So guys, if you don't know, leo kuna neck meeting ya ODM, labda probably ndio maana nimevaa orange, I don't know, but anyway, watu wana insinuate, but unajua tunaambiwa lisemalo lipo, na kama halipo linji, yani lafanya nini laja. Watu wana insinuate ati probably hiyo neck meeting ni ya kukick out mimi ndio Sifuna from ODM, and I want to tell those people, hapo ndio mtajua an individual is great more than a party. Hapo ndio mtajua at times an individual is great more than a party. Anyway, Omuombi must be respected. Mimi ndio Sifuna, hata mkimtoa katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM bado atabakia katibu mkuu wa jenzi wa wananchi. You get me? Na jalangu arudi kwa radio one time.
And the news just in, Caleb Amisi kicked out of ODM National Executive Committee. Things are boiling nicely. Lakini guzeni Sifuna, Babu ama Winnie, mubaki na hiyo kiosk mnaita ODM sasa. Itabaki kaa kibanda, god damn it.
Ndio nimemaliza kuona speech ya the acting party leader of ODM. Yaani hiyo kitu nataka kuelewa. Anaanza kusahau ama manini mbaya. Kwa sababu I can't be the only one mwenye alikuwa anaona hiyo aspect ya kujirudia, kujiradidi ama kujicontradict. Sijui kama na make sense. Kuna party nyame amesema ati as a party we are not quick to shout one term or two term. We are still debating, but our current partners are UDA and we will continue working with them. Is that not saying you're shouting two term? Ama mimi ndio sijui kusoma between the lines. Wachana hata na hiyo part. Akaingilia Azimio, akasema that it was so bad kuweka new Azimio leaders without consulting ODM, and ODM was the strong party in Azimio. And then he proceeds to say, but we have already left Azimio. In fact, tumebakisha tu formalities kidogo tumalize kutoka Azimio. So mmetoka Azimio, but tulikuwa nataka mko included kwa the new party leadership. I don't. Maybe as a person, I'm very quick to shout one time. Yes. Na hiyo DM, change to Mzai. Mpeni hata retirement. Ai! Mnamuova wako one time. Guy.
We are not in a hurry to say one term. We are not in a hurry to say two term. We are strengthening our party to prepare ourselves for negotiations. First, we start with our current partners, and as we move on, if we don't agree, we move on to discuss with other formations which are there. Or if there is no agreement with any, we go it alone as ODM. This party is a party like a club. When you join a club, you have to obey the rules of that club. You cannot disobey the rules of the club and you continue to pride yourself that I am the party leader of ODM and yet I contradict everything that ODM is saying officially. If you have anything that you agree with or you disagree with, this is a forum for you as a NEC. Raise those issues here. Let members decide. But once the members have decided, if you are in minority, the minority will have their right to say and the majority will have their way. That is the principle of democracy. The minority have a right to say and the majority have their way. That is why you do elections. If you are in minority, you follow what the majority have decided. That is the cardinal principle of democracy, which I want our party to adhere to. And I'm very disappointed sometimes. We just come here, we agree, and then when we go out, we say something else.
Yesterday, Oburu arrived in Mombasa for his 6-day tour of the region, as you can see in these images. Now, we all know his main agenda there is to convene an ODM NDC where he wants to remove all the perceived rebels. And so in this video, I want to walk you through some of the vengeful things that the ODM members are already doing in Oburu's ongoing NDC meeting. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, as we speak, Oburu and team have removed Caleb Amisi and company from the ODM NEC committee. Just have a look at this post, and I quote. This is from the Star Kenya, their official verified Twitter account, or X for that matter, and it reads, Update. Saboti MP Caleb Amisi, former Councillor Kipkorir Menjo and Taita Taveta Senator Jones Mwaruma have been removed from ODM Party's National Executive Committee amid ongoing internal realignments. The NEC is currently meeting in Mombasa, chaired by party leader Oburu Odinga. You know, Caleb Amisi is actually a very vocal critic of the broad-based government, and his last public tweet, based on the archives, is this. The people of Busia today have spoken in one voice, form ni one term, Vox Populi Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Kenya needs a renaissance. So Amisi is gone. Also worth noting, before end of day today, Oburu will likely have deleted all the ODM members who went to the Busia rally on Sunday. And those in attendance that we saw was Sifuna, Babu Owino, James Orengo, Caleb Amisi, and Osotsi. But at the end of the day, I know Oburu has set his heart to expel these people. But what he must know is that the moment he ousts Sifuna, Osotsi, and Caleb Amisi, as he has already started the process, that makes us wake up in the morning tomorrow with the status quo of ODM having changed. It will no longer be a national party. It will now be a Luo party. Itakuwa wakifanya NEC meeting or NDC, whatever it is they're doing, the language there is Ario Nade, Ario Maber. Start to finish. Because what will the Luyas say when they see Osotsi, the ODM deputy party leader, removed, Sifuna, the ODM secretary general, removed, Caleb Amisi, a NEC committee member, removed? How do you then go sell that same party to the Luyas? What story will you give them? It's the exact same thing that the president did. You impeach Rigathi, bring Kindiki, and then you think now because of Kindiki you can go back to the mountain and they will vote for you like they did before. He's still being rejected even in strongholds of Kithure Kindiki. So ODM is repeating the William Ruto playbook, which will lock them out of Western Kenya. That is their own discourse, wameamua hiyo ndo direction, so be it. Number two, the ouster of Babu Owino means that by close of business today, ODM will only have two supporters, two groups, the Odingas and the Oburus. All other Luos of sound mind will have left that camp. Everybody knows, baada ya baba ni babu. You infiltrate that transition and you start planting yourself there as an intermediary, then you'll be destroyed. Show me a young Gen Z from Nyanza who is a staunch supporter of Oburu. What do they even have in common? There's a huge age gap. There's a huge financial gap. They don't see eye to eye on anything. One is looking for what is in it for him and his people. The other is looking for a better future tomorrow. If you're a leader who's looking for a better tomorrow, you'd better bank on the young guy who will be with you for decades to come, fighting for your rights. Not the guy who's on his last lap, looking for what he can get for himself, his family, and his few loyal supporters. That is a wayward type of association. Third thing Oburu needs to know, by getting rid of those guys I've mentioned, he will actually be freeing them of the baggage of ODM so that now they can sit, think, and formulate a new party. Can you imagine a political party that has the expertise and legal advice of James Orengo, that has the numbers of Babu Owino, that has the stewardship of Edwin Sifuna, and that also has the leadership of Osotsi? That party is going to be a very vibrant party. And if you ask me, if that party is formed, it has to be formed first, and then it spreads its roots across the country. It becomes a formidable fortress. Then that same party goes to sit with the current united opposition and negotiates for the deputy presidential seat. That would sit very well with me. I, for one, am not for the idea of Kalonzo going for president, Matiang'i going for deputy, or Matiang'i going for president, Kalonzo going for deputy. The Gen Z don't resonate with either of the two. But if Kalonzo goes for president, and this new group gives us one person, be it Babu Owino, be it Edwin Sifuna, to deputize Kalonzo, or if Matiang'i is on going for it, someone from this Sifuna group to deputize that fellow, that is a sure bet victory. The reason Uhuru and Ruto defeated Raila time and time again is because of youth. When we go to the ballot, people always vote for the youth. Ruto again defeated Raila because he is youthful. People preferred someone who is younger. Now, if we present Kalonzo and Matiang'i, to be honest, youth is still of the side of Ruto and Kindiki. We want to see Babu Owino in the ballot. We want to see Edwin Sifuna in the ballot with the stewardship of Kalonzo or Matiang'i. Anything other than that, I believe it's a disaster. So, long story short, before end of day right now, time of recording right now should be 11:40. By end of business day today, I expect Sifuna to have been ousted, Osotsi to have been ousted. In the National Assembly, in the course of the week, you might see Babu Owino being removed from the various committees he sits in, and so on and so forth. There's some sort of recourse that's going to be taking place this February. Itakuwa ni Valentine's ngumu sana for the rebels. That's how it looks like as at now, but in the long run, ni huyu tu Oburu ndo kitamramba. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And let's meet in the course of the day. In case there's any new development, I'll leave a window for that so that we can analyze that.
Sasa tumechoka na Ruto. Yaani tumechoka. Motherfucker. Kama ni Ruto tutaki president wake bana. Hakuna kazi. Yaani tunakula msoto. Tunakula msoto. Sasa kwa nini tuwe na rais kama wewe bana? Mimi nimesema kama hizi salamu zikufikie bwana rais, tumechoka na wewe.
Nice like